I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and today we've got Peg and Sue from the Waupaca Area Public Library. And how are you doing this week?
We're doing great. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Good morning.
Yeah, into 2021.
Normally I'm screwing up and writing the wrong year, but for some reason I was ready for 2021 to roll around. I haven't made the mistake once, knock on wood.
I think it's because 2020 was a millennium. It was such a long year. It took so long.
I took that advice to write out the full 2020 on everything I signed, just so no one could put like numbers after it.
Yeah.
And now it's really easy just to write 2-1 at the end of the date. I've taken to that already. I haven't screwed up once yet. So that, yeah, just like so the first thing we want to recap on, and we've talked about before, the Safer at Home cookbooks. And that was a project during that period of time where we were asked to stay close to home. Give us a quick recap, what's in them and how to get your hands on them.
Well, this was really a great project with the Historical Society. We wanted to gather stories and what that time was like. So, 100 years from now, when people are looking at it and saying, what were they doing while they were safer at home? We've got that record. And we actually sold out of the first 300 and we had to reprint it. So there are copies available. $10, you can get them at the library just right inside the door. Basically, bring your $10. You put it in a little donation box, and your cookbook. Just approach the desk, and we can give you that cookbook. We actually captured the attention of somebody in Madison, and there was an article online about how people are making do with the pandemic, and it was a nice article too. So somebody else caught our attention.
Very cool. We've got some virtual book clubs coming up, and the first one, Sue, I know you're excited about. It's the Tall and Small Book Club.
Yeah, one of the things, there's lots of really good things that have happened because of the pandemic. And what we're hearing is there are a lot of grandparents reading with their grandchildren online, some of them daily, some of them weekly, some of them at nighttime, some of them just when mom and dad need a break, like, oh, I just can't deal with this kid one more minute. Grandma and grandpa, you read to them, and it's been such a wonderful thing because grandmas and grandpas are getting exposed to amazing young people's literature, and they're having that together time with their grandchild. Now, the Tall and Small Book Club stems from that idea that a young reader will have an adult loving person that they read with or they read along with. Not necessarily they have to read simultaneously, but they would be reading the same book and meet with us over Zoom to talk about it. So we're already got a few people signed up, and as far as I know, we're not capping it. We're hoping that there's going to be enough people to have a really great discussion. Our first book is called Wish Tree, and it's by Catherine Applegate, and it's about a 8 to 10-year-old, designed for 8 to 10-year-olds, but the concepts in it are very discussable. So we'll have a lot to talk about. That book discussion is going to happen on a Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning on January 23rd. And once you sign up, you can sign up using a Google form off of our website, and then I'll send you a link to the meeting. So the book is readily available through InfoSoup, which is our catalog, or online. Lots of people are reading it online, that you can get it virtually. I'm really excited about this. I think it'll be fun.
And Peg, you've got a book club coming up this Saturday. Tell us about that.
Right. So a couple of years ago, one of the top bestsellers was Hillbilly Elegy, and so they're going to be talking about that on Saturday at 10. And if you happen to read the book a couple of years ago, or you haven't read it and you just want to see what it's all about, I'd urge you to join us. You can sign up on our website, and we'll send you a Zoom link.
Something else we want to talk about, there are a number of things aside from just books people can get curbside at the library. You've got different kits and activities. And as part of taking those home, you're packaging those in paper bags. And not only do you have a number of things available that we want to hear about, but you're also looking for some paper bags as well to keep distributing those items. Tell us about all that.
We love recycling, don't we, Peg? Woohoo!
Oh my gosh.
We recycle everything.
Yeah, so you go to the store, you get a paper bag, you can put it in your recycling bin or you can just drop it off at the library because we have to, if we don't get those donations, we're buying bags. And the last time I went, I bought 300 grocery bags and they're just about gone. So if you have bags at home, bring them in. I know Menards had a big push with the newspaper this week and they had bags too. So those were nice and sturdy. So we need paper bags.
So everybody that comes and gets a curbside pickup gets their item in a paper bag. And so we go through quite a bit of them. We have been not swamped. We've been pleasantly busy. Let's put it that way. We're very excited.
So when your patrons return their books and materials, could they return that paper bag into the book slot or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It might have their name
cross
on
out
it.
Their name. We turn it around, use it a second time, cross out the other name. It works.
And what are some of the kits you have available right now for people to take home?
Oh man, we have everything from microscopes and puzzles to games. The other day, someone brought back our Pictionary Air. Have you played Pictionary Air yet? So instead of drawing on a piece of paper like you would on Pictionary or on a bulletin board, you have a device and you draw in the air, and someone else is holding a tablet and you can see what they're drawing in the air. It's very fun.
Oh, so that's fun.
All sorts of games. We've got coding toys, so kids can practice their coding at home. The microscope's been one of the most popular things to come and go. The kids' microscope, and you put the slide in and you enter the code that's on the slide, and the talking microscope tells you about what you're looking at. It's so cool. But lots of engineering toys too, everything for the preschooler all the way up to the elementary school age kids. So we have a bag of rigamajigs, which are giant nuts and bolts that you can build something that you can actually crawl into and sit in, to very small Lego style blocks. So there's a list of the things that are available on our website. If you go to the Kids and Families page, you'll be able to find that list. And you can use the Google form to let us know what you want, and we'll set it aside for you curbside. This was really popular when families were coming home with their grandkids, and grandma and grandpa don't have all the cool games, So, but even for families that just needed a puzzle they haven't put together before, or a game they haven't played before. So give us a shout out and we'll share. We had all that stuff available when the library was open that kids could play with here, and we want to make sure that those things are still used, that those items were all purchased with tax dollars that people need to be able to access. So access is one of the favorite words of librarians, Josh. We use it a lot.
We brought up the website, the library website, as a way for people to get those materials and find out what there is. And something else on the website is you've got kind of a virtual tour of the library. Since people can't come in right now, you still want to make sure they have access to that physical space per se. So tell us what they can expect on that.
Well, we've heard people say, I just miss coming in and seeing the place. And I'm just like, okay, I see it every day. So we used a format called Bitmoji, and we took a picture of the downstairs of the library, and we took a picture of the teen room, and we used that as a background to monthly make an interactive web page. And January's web page is all about our audio books. You'll see a science experiment that I'm asking families to try. You'll also see that there's information about that small and tall book club on it. But there's also suggestions from staff about what audiobooks were really good. So every month it'll be something different. Right now, Taylor's got a lot of her new teen books displayed. The website, when you look at it, actually looks like the inside of the library. So it gives you that feeling like, I'm back in the library again.
And everybody has a really cute avatar. It looks like them a little bit. So that's fun too.
We all have headphones on this time because we're talking about audiobooks. Mine are Bose, I'm sure. I'm sure mine are the most expensive.
Some other things on your website to check out. You've got information about the upcoming vaccine, a toolkit for tough times. People can get tutorials on how to join Zoom meetings. So just fill us in a little bit on some of those resources.
The library's always been that place for information, and of course we'll accept a phone call, but if somebody's really looking for information about the new vaccine, we have all kinds of links that have been proven through the medical community, so you can get that information. Stop the Spread, that's really all about what are those pieces we can put in place to make sure that we're not spreading this disease and keeping our families safe. And then that toolkit for tough times, really cool. We got it from the school district, and it's websites with like meditation music and videos and things to watch. And I actually use that quite a bit just to have a little bit of, kind of downtime stuff. So that's great. And then we've got our tutorials that Liz and Laura have been working on, how to get onto a Zoom meeting, because that's new to a lot of people. So if you're out poking around, poke around our website and you'll find some information that you may be looking for.
Another program you've got coming up, Adult Coffee and Conversation, and that's going to be virtual, so I don't think you're going to be handing out the coffee.
I was just going to say, I want to see coffee coming through the screen. This is what I want.
Yeah, I think we're all bringing our own cup. It's BYOC.
It wouldn't surprise me in 50 to 100 years if you couldn't send coffee through a virtual meeting somehow.
Something will happen that way. Yeah.
Man, that'd be great.
So anyway, when we were having our live class, what we realized is that people just wanted to be able to talk to people they hadn't seen and discuss what's happening in their life. And so we put it out there and said, hey, does anybody want to just get together and talk? And we'll have a facilitator so that it's not just, hey, how are you? But, some questions that you can think about and discuss with people that you feel comfortable with. And we're going to start that later this month. So look on the website, that'll be coming up, and it'll be a Zoom meeting, and you can get together with people, maybe even people you don't know, so meet some new friends.
We had about 4 families that I can think of off the top of my head that had just moved to Waupaca in like February or March last year. And then boom, you're right, safer at home hit, they can't go anywhere. They don't know anybody. Imagine moving to a community and not knowing and not having the opportunity to go out and meet anybody. So this would be a great opportunity for someone who's feeling really isolated and doesn't know anybody to try and get to know somebody different in a very safe environment. If it's not going good, you can always leave the meeting, but hopefully you'll find that there's a lot of great people and wanting to meet you too. So jump on these. I think this will be fun.
Yeah.
And I believe this was a grant you applied for. This is kind of exciting. You have the computers in the library for use, and that's kind of tricky at a time like this, but you're very shortly going to have laptops that people can check out and bring home. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we were able to get a grant, and our OWL system helped us with that grant, and we're going to get 5 laptops, and they can be checked out, taken home to your house or wherever you're going to use them for 2 weeks. It's a 2-week checkout, and there are going to be 5 of them. So we really want to make sure that technology is available. Maybe somebody's thinking about buying a laptop, but they've not used one before, but there's a portability with it, and we have some tough cases for them, and come in and check out a laptop.
Not yet. They haven't arrived yet.
We'll put a big media blast out there when they're here, but they're supposed to be shipping out within the next week. So we'll have those ready for patrons to come in and get a laptop. Check out.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Peg, Sue, I appreciate you getting us up to date about all the things happening at the library into a new year. A lot of new things going on, and exciting to see some of the progress being made.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. I'm really got high hopes for 2021. Woohoo!
It will be better. It would be better. If nothing else, we've learned so much about what we were doing in 2020, so we can keep doing the things we were doing.
Make it a better year no matter what direction it goes.
That's right.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks,
Josh.